All right, hey guys, welcome to our Sunday night power planning session. We're going to spend about the next 30 minutes together getting our heads on straight and coming up with a little bit of a game plan for the week. Thank you for those of you that are here tonight. And I know a lot of you will be watching it on replay. I know Sundays can be rough for some people. So I'm just going to kick this right off. First thing I want to do though, I guess before we start, is remind everybody there is the double customer commission promo. That's what I'll call it. It's going until the 21st. So that's a pretty big, long promo. We still have quite a few days left for that. So your new customer, when they order one of the packs, one of the lifestyle packs, will get free sculpt. And you, as the promoter, will get double the commission on that. So that's a really good deal for both of you. So keep that in mind when you're talking to new people. And, when people are asking you questions about Thrive, that's the perfect promo for you and them. And it can be as little as the $100 lifestyle pack. That's the pack that does not have the DFT. So they could order that pack and get their free sculpt, and you could still comp them a DFT if you or your upline are doing a promo like that. So keep that in mind. What I want to start off with tonight, I know for us personally at Dream Team, we've had a lot of conversations lately about planners because the new year is coming. And we all love to be organized, and we're always up for trying something new. And so I was just going to share quickly before we start. I do the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 sheet. I made one that works for me a long time ago. I highly encourage you to take whatever version of the sheet you love and make it yours. But I do also have my desktop calendar. It's like one of those, I'm super old school. It's one of those big kind that you lay on your desk. Yes, like that. And that keeps my month in front of me because I feel like you need to have your month. Like, it's so important to know what you're going to do during the day and during the week. But I need the month in front of me. I need to remember birthdays, holidays. I need to, we do these every Sunday night. And I'm telling you, every Saturday, I'm like, oh, that's tomorrow. Like, it always catches up with me. So I personally need to look at that. But the other planner that I do use, I started using it a while ago. It comes in lots of colors, but of course mine's in black. But this, excuse me, this is called the High Performance Planner. I don't know if you've ever heard of Brendon Burchard. I think that's how you say his name. He's written several books, High Performance, Defining High Performance, something like that was one of his, I think, better seller ones. But anyway, he created a planner, and I really like it. And I'm just going to walk you through some of it. And this is actually what I'm going to use tonight to kind of kick us off versus saying our gratitude and such. So every single day, and I know you won't be able to see this, but this is a day, like double-sided. You get left and right for the day. Over here on the left, today's message to myself. You all know you need some sort of message to yourself every day. Some days, I can go back through here. Some days my messages are funny. Some days they're in my face. Some days they're blank. I'm a human, so I miss stuff. But under the today's message, he asks you some questions every single morning. And these are really good. So like if any of you are struggling with I ams, or if you're struggling with like a devotional, these can kind of become both for you. So I'm just going to run you through the questions. Number one thing I can get excited about today is ... So like you literally start your day off thinking of something you can get excited about. There's got to be something in your day to get excited about. Number 2, if one word could describe the person I want to be today, what is that word and why am I choosing it? Again, it's just getting your mind in that spot. Number 3, and this one catches me off guard a lot. Who is someone who needs me on my A game today? Immediately, it puts you into the service role of reminding yourself that today's not all about you. It's about somebody else. Who is that person going to be? Number 4, what is a situation that might stress me out or trip me up today? And what's the best way I could deal with that? So if you already know you're headed into a challenging day and you can already identify something going to, possibly be happening, you get a quick second to mentally think about it and try to come up with a solution so that if that does happen, you're not completely caught off guard. Number 5, and you guys know I love this one. Someone I could surprise with a note, a gift, or a sign of appreciation. I'm a huge, huge believer, and I've said this a million times, I'm going to say it again. There's no such thing as a spare customer. There's no such thing as a spare promoter. There's no such thing as a spare friend. There's no such thing as a spare relative, mentor. All these people are so important to have in your life. And so if you can just surprise somebody, it could be like something like a handwritten note. It could be, I don't know, plate of cookies, but it could just be a quick text message, just telling someone hi. But again, it helps remind you it's about someone else. Number 6, one action I could take today to demonstrate excellence or real value. Sometimes that's a hard one for me to answer. Sometimes I'm just ready to dive into my daily routine and not really thinking about taking it up a notch. And then he wants to know how I'm going to be excellent for the day. Number 7, what is one bold action I could take today? This is a really good one, especially for us promoters. That's usually where I throw in my chicken list something, or do a live, or whatever, just one of those things that you're always like, oh, I don't want to do, but there it is. It's right there starting your day. Number 8, if I was a high performance coach and I was looking at my life from a high level, what would I tell myself to remember? And sometimes that can be so simple, and sometimes it can be a tough one to answer. Number 9, the big project I have to keep in mind that I want to take on, even if I can't act on it today, is. So maybe there's something big out there, like obviously this is your planner. You're going to have things like go to the doctor, answer the email, whatever. But then this planner also is making sure you think about the big goals that maybe you can't work on them today, but maybe they're out there. And again, it's a lot like your I ams when you say like, I am debt free. You could every single day, the answer to number 9 could be debt free. Like it could be your big I am. Number 10, I would know that today was a great success if at the end of the day, I did or felt ... So again, these are just, it's literally every single day. That is how the page starts. A message and those 10 questions. In the middle of my planner, it's just a calendar. It's from 6 a.m. to 8 p.m. I write in clients, appointments, whatever. And then the other thing that you end with, across the top again, there are you write down your top 3 goals and priorities. There is a spot that says tasks that absolutely must be done today. Because think about that. That can be very different from your top 3 goals. I may have a goal of doing XYZ, but I absolutely might have to pay my electric bill today. Might not be my goal, but it might need to happen. And another one that I don't want to say I struggle with this, but these are hard questions sometimes for me, especially in the morning. But who is a person or persons that I need to lead or connect, and how can I do it well? And that's something that he asks you every single day. Sometimes I can identify a person, and sometimes my name goes there, because sometimes I need to lead myself and get my own, act together. So that's all. I know that's a lot of questions, but those are things that you really, and I'll take a picture of, I think I should be able to take a picture of this. I can put it in the chat thingy under the video, and you can just copy it and have these for yourself. The other thing that he does at the end of the day, you have to you have to score yourself on your day. So in the end, before you go to bed at night, the evening journal, number 1, a moment that I really appreciated today was, again, this is all about reflection now. We've already planned our day. Now we're reflecting. Number 2, a situation or task I handled well today was. Number 3, something I realized or learned today. And boy, golly, there's always something to write in that one for sure. Number 4, how could I have made today even better? Number 5, something that could have helped me feel more connected to others today would have been. And that's a good one, especially for those of us that do more full-time Thrive. Sometimes we don't get out. And we might be on Facebook all day, but you do not feel connected. So that's a really good one. And I shouldn't even say that, because some of you go to the same office every day, you see the same people, you're going through the same routine, and you might go home and you may have been around 40 people, but you may not have felt connected. So it's a good question. And number 6, if I was my own coach, my own high performance coach, I could tell myself this statement about today. So the planner itself, that's the breakdown, but there's a lot of, it's like, they call it their starting tools. It's in the front. You actually take a habit assessment in the beginning, and you score yourself, and you kind of fall in the category on clarity, energy, necessity, productivity, influence, and courage. So literally everything we just went over, that is just one day. Like in between all of those, kicking your day off, planning your day, and ending your day, that's just one day. And then at the end of every 4 to 5 weeks, let me see if I can flip. We should be getting close to the end here for one. The planner has a weekly learning review, and I'm not going to go through all these questions, They have a high performance habit. It's the same test you take in the beginning. You take it again. And then at the end of the month, at the end of the month, we're not there. Oh, I think I must have flipped to the wrong page. I'm sorry, I promise we will get to our PowerPoint. Our power plan. I just wanted to share this, guys, with you because I know that you're all kind of focused on getting set up for the new year, which I love. I'm a huge dork when it comes to that stuff. A monthly review. So then there's a monthly reflection, a long-term goal alignment, they call it. So there's a 1 year and a 3 year, and you're going to do that every month. So those could possibly change. And then again, you retake the assessment. And so it was interesting to me when I took this, when I did my score, my clarity was not a high score, which I feel like I'm clear, but when I actually asked or answered a lot of questions, I wasn't. And what was the other one? Oh, my courage score was not. So again, it's funny, like what you think about yourself. I feel like I'm clear and goal driven and you but when I actually had to answer some questions, my scores were a little low. But that's so good to like realize and remember and, you know, walk yourself through these things. So anyway, that's the planner I use. I got it off of Amazon. I had seen a couple of YouTube videos from different people that they loved it. Like I said, if you are already using some sort of morning devotional or you already have some sort of IM set up, you may not need something like this. But after like 3.5 years, I was just sort of bored. I wanted to try something new. I will tell you, it is not as easy as reading a devotional to kick your day off because the words aren't here. It's just questions. You have to come up with the words. So you can go through my planner and there are some days that it's blank. But there are some days that it's really well filled out also. So anyway, that's what I wanted to share to kind of kick us off here. And I want to take this mindset into the planning for the week. So hopefully you have your 5, 4, 3, 2, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I am still using an inhaler. I do run out of breath every now and then, but I am getting better. So let's talk about setting up our contact list, our reach outs and things like that for this week, keeping in mind who needs you on your A game. So it is the 17th of the month. We are in the middle of the month. We have a holiday coming up, followed by a holiday of a holiday of a holiday. Basically from here on out, it's the holidays, right? So when I think who needs me on my A game, obviously I'm always looking for customers. I'm always wanting to find new customers, but I also want to make sure I'm taking care of my existing customers because they're going to be having crazy busy schedules. We have some people who are devout thrivers, but they may not necessarily always be on auto ship, so they might forget. You don't want your good thrivers running out of product over the holidays and wanting to harm the family. And this time of the month moving forward is when I really do start to switch my brain and try to make sure my A game is focused on my team. Because we have people who are looking to earn auto bonuses. We have people who are looking to repeat rank or get rank advancement bonuses for the first time. We need to make sure people have their PV in, so they're going to get paid for things. We need to make sure that I always want my customers to thrive for free, but I damn straight want my promoters thriving for free. That is top priority for me. Every promoter should be thriving for free. So this is the time of the month where I start really switching that mindset. Like I said, though, I'm obviously always still looking for new people. I'm always having conversations with people, trying to build those relationships. But I want you to think about your team a little bit this week. So again, the best way to do that to me, or in my opinion, is to log into the cloud, go to your My Team button. Some of you only have level 1s. Some of you have all the way to level 8. I go through, I sort everybody, like again, you just scroll across the top. I sort everybody by their QV. So whoever has the highest volume is going to pop to that list. Now, if somebody has 0 volume, that does not mean that they don't matter, and it doesn't mean I'm not going to follow up with them. I sort by volume because I need to identify right away who is close to a rank or who's close to a bonus. I go through all the names. I reach out to people. Last week we were reaching out because that promotion they had was good for new or old people. And so I struck up some conversations with some quiet promoters or ex-promoters. Whereas this moving forward, I still want to keep those conversations going. Obviously, moving forward, I really want to dive into my who's working, you know, who's actually chasing some stuff. Who can I help? Who can I talk to? Who just sometimes needs their nerves calmed or a pat on their back, or I don't know, you know, hey, that happened to me one time too. So what I want you to do for tomorrow, for Monday, we're going to leave the reach outs open because the reach outs are for new conversations. But for your follow-ups, I want you to go ahead and go into your team. I want you to put down your top, I don't know, we could do a few days of it, your top 4 to 12 promoters that you want to connect with. And again, they might have 0. It might be somebody who thrived a bunch in the past and they've kind of, you know, fallen off. But it also might be somebody on your team who is sitting at, I don't know, $1,300, and they aren't even realizing that they could still hit 4K if they wanted to and start earning $500 a month for the next 8 months. So let's go ahead and do that real quick. Hop in. Again, we're going to go into the cloud. We're going to go into my team. Sorry. My team. We're going to go into sponsorship downline. These are they're going to be in the order of which they came into your life, into your business. You can tell at level 1, I search by current QV. I do descending, and then I hit sort because that'll pull up the highest volume first. And I can see right now I've got several people I gotta get connected with. I gotta figure out what's going on. We got people that are shooting for bonuses and they're not quite where they excuse me, need to be. So let's write those names down. I'm gonna do that while we're doing that. Remember, we're thinking about who needs us to be on our A game. And remember, after you look at level 1, go ahead and look at level 2, 3, 4. You know, again, not everyone is your direct responsibility, but there are some people who I refer to as orphaned. You know, maybe you've got a level 4 that doesn't have anybody between, like all their uplines are gone. So you want to also keep an eye on them. Funny, most of my high QV people that are popping up are also on my screen in front of me. Not a coinky dink. Not at all a coinky dink. All right, you guys keep writing down names. I'm going to keep moving forward because somehow we've already been on here for 18 minutes. I guess I'm more chatty than I realize. All right, so something I wanted to kind of throw out as a challenge for the power planning tonight for the group, because we're talking a lot about the holidays. I want to challenge all of you, myself included, that sometime between the next 6 weeks, you put yourself in the position of some sort of charity work, whether it is serving food, packaging food, delivering a gift, going to, like I know here in our little city, we have a giving tree. You can walk right into the town hall and you can pull a name off of the tree and it'll say what sizes and things that these children need. That's not quite, I mean, it's obviously good. Anytime you donate, that's good. My real goal here is to get you in with other people though who are doing service work, so other people who care. For example, the Dream Team had a local last week. We collected a bunch of food. I took it on Friday to the food bank. And it was so funny to me when I walked in. One of my old school teachers was at the desk signing people in. I went around the corner to get the cart so I could bring all the food in. And 2 of the moms from kids I went to high school with were in there and they were sorting through the food. And I was just like, you know what? I'm happy that I'm bringing all this food, but I should be in here one day helping sort the food or helping sign people in, and just part of it just to be the humbling experience of helping and serving. And the other part is to be with like-minded people who are giving back to the community. So sometime between now and New Year, I want to challenge you guys all to put yourself in some sort of position like that. If you love animals like me, you can volunteer at the animal shelter, although I really can't because I'll probably try to bring something home. So I'm probably better off at the food bank. And there's just so many opportunities to serve, especially this time of year. So to me, I think that's just a great way to just put yourself out there. And again, you're going to be meeting people, striking up conversations. It's just a good foot to put forward. Anytime, I mean, you'll see that a lot with big businesses. They'll like take the whole crew someplace and the whole company has to pass out food or something. But this is a way for you as a small business owner to be involved and get to meet people. So as we're talking, if you guys think of, oh good, people are doing it. Okay, I was just going to say, if you have ideas of things to do, throw them in the chat, and Sandra already did it. So Christmas for Tots needs volunteers to help wrap gifts, etc. I think it's December 14th here in Lebanon. Okay. So yeah, so throw out anything that you guys might know about. And if you're not in Lebanon, Ohio here with us, that's okay. There's probably something somewhere like it, but it'll help kind of trigger your mind of things you can do. And again, like I just think, I mean, wrapping presents, that is so fun. And like to be around, and I don't know, I love all that stuff. So anyway, that's my challenge, because I don't know if I've shared this in our power planning before in the past, but Lindsay Dickens did, I forget what it was. It was some sort of challenge group, and you were supposed to be reaching out to your chicken list or something like that. And I'm not a bragger by any means, but I just at the time didn't have anybody on my chicken list. But I had a thing on my chicken list, and that was meeting people. I'm very comfortable behind the computer. I'm very comfortable talking to people on the screen, but I'm not a big fan of walking into a room with strangers. And so I took the challenge and I joined my local garden club, which was so exciting because I'm a big dork when it comes to that. I love gardening. I don't care that I'm the youngest member, whatever, but it's been fun. Like I've been forced to meet people. And so that was what I was kind of thinking about today, was how can I take that kind of step again in my business to continue to go meet new people. But again, with it being the holidays, I think something like that, wrapping presents for the Tots, or shopping for the Shop with a Cop. I don't know if they might need volunteers for something like that. I know we have a new chapter called Rest in Peace, Sleep in Peace, not Rest in Peace, something. I don't know. Tom's going to get involved where they build beds and they deliver beds to kids. And so there's just so many opportunities where you can do good, feel good, and get out and meet people, new people outside of your circle. So that's my challenge to this group. For your reach outs for the week, again, this needs to be conversations. And you guys, there is no easier time in my mind than now to just be making conversations with people. I mean, Facebook is nothing but Christmas trees. People are already wrapping presents. I was just at a wedding over the weekend, so I had tons of conversations on Facebook and Instagram, people talking about the wedding that I was at, asking questions, and all these fun things. And same thing now that I'm home and I'm going, like now I'm like sitting and scrolling. There's weddings that happen, parties are happening, people are coming into town. Now is a super easy time to set the timer, hop on the interwebs, and start making conversations. And remember, conversations are not hearts and likes and laughy faces. That is not a conversation. A challenge that we did a long time ago that I still have to remind myself, if I take the time to heart or like or whatever, as soon as because that's so instant for me, I'm like, oh, funny, haha. The second my finger slides over and I pick one of them silly little emojis, I'm like, oh crap, now I have to make a comment. If I take the time to heart it or like it, now I have to go back and make a comment. And sometimes it might even be that, depending on what the post is, I might give it the heart, but then instead of making a comment on the post, I might send the person a direct message, because again, I feel like those are so much better. You actually can get a conversation started. But remember, liking, loving, laughing, whatever, that's great, but it's not the same thing as starting a conversation. I mean, if you look in your notifications right now, so again, from the wedding I was at this weekend, there's like, I don't know, 100 and some people have hearted, the pictures. I don't know who all they are, and I'm not going to sit there and go through them. But a handful of people make comments. A couple people send a message and asked a question about where we were at. Those are conversations. And so that's what you got to remember. I actually did a screenshot of something today. I almost forgot about this. Okay, so I don't know if you guys have heard, you probably have, but in Australia, they've already been doing it and they're moving it to here. But basically, they're going to start hiding the like button on Instagram. I'm sorry, my dog is having a fit. And so it talks about forget about the likes and start focusing on, focus on. So I'm going to go through a list of things that are more important than getting a like. Okay. One is saves. So like, and I'm not exactly sure. I mean, now that I'm saying that out loud, I know how to save people's posts. I don't know how to tell if people are saving my posts, but I guess you just want to make sure it's so good that people are saving it. Shares, you're going to know when someone shares. Comments, mentions. So a mention, especially on Instagram, that could be where somebody tags you in a post, or maybe they take your post and they share it to their story. And usually they'll mention you in the story. Engaging people reposting your post, being authentic and building trust. DM questions. So when people take the time to DM you questions. When people are viewing your stories or your IGTV. So remember, Facebook Live, there's a version of that on Instagram, IGTV. When people are identifying or talking about you, when people are having conversations with you. Something I learned a long time ago, best thing you can do is to start training people to talk about you. The more other people talk about you and the less you talk about yourself, the more authenticity, I guess it is, to the fact that what you do is so important or is so genuine. And I shared today earlier with just my team, and I'll share it with this whole Zoom. Quit trying to prove your haters wrong. Focus on proving to your customers and your loyal fans that they have made the right choice to rock with you. So for example, we have a fitness studio. I can get on Facebook all day long and tell people how amazing the trainers are, how private and quiet and comfortable the facility is. But the second 2 or 3 of our clients get on and say that the facility is clean and private and that the trainers are great, that is a million times more important. So if you can get people to start talking about you and talking about what you've done or how you've helped them, you're going to get that much more validity and that much more word of mouth business. And so how do you do that? You take care of every single customer you have. You send a random activate in the mail and tell them, have a, I know it's going to be a busy week. Have a great holiday. Send a blast, send a boost. I saw your kid was sick on Facebook. Here's a couple boosts. Hopefully this helps get you through, blah, whatever. Little things like that for people who are already in love with you and already trust you. That's the kind of stuff that people will talk about. I know if somebody sends me something, I take a picture of it right away and tell the whole world of Facebook, look what so-and-so got me. Isn't that sweet? Isn't that nice? People will do the same thing. And it's just training them to talk about you. The other thing you can do is when you're doing some sort of like promotion or interactive post on social media, have people share it. For every share that this post gets, I'll donate $1 to Toys for Tots or, whatever, like bring it full circle back to the challenge that you're going to do. And just get stuff out there that it's you, but you didn't necessarily put it out there. Does that make sense? All right. Okay. So I've got a little bit off track here. I don't want to keep us on here too long. I do want to encourage you guys though. To me, I think one of the best things that I do every day with my planner is that who needs me on my A game question. I mean, there are some times when I'm going to bed at night where I'm already like ready to answer it. I get excited when I already know the answer. It's like cheating, but I love it. And so I'll take pictures of these questions because like I said, I think it's a great substitute if you need something new for your IAMs or your devotional. And again, if you guys have, after this is done, if you have any ideas of things that people can do for the challenge to get involved for something service-wise, putting them in a new circle. And again, I think it's super important to just set your timer when you're doing those reach outs. Start going through your friends list. Start seeing who's, on. There's a lot of people on vacation right now too. A lot of people take trips this time of year. Start conversations. If you like it, heart it, laughy face it, or whatever, and you put your phone down, you've screwed up. Pick your phone back up. Go back to whatever you gave a little reaction to and make a comment or send a message, okay? All right, that's all I have for you guys tonight. Thank you. I hope that you have gotten some names written down. You got some ideas. And Dream Team, I'll see you guys tomorrow night on our Team Zoom. Bye.